Welcome to the Jeff Crilley Show.
Those crazy nights.
Hey there, this is Sarah Crilley with the Jeff Crilley Show. All right, I couldn't help myself but close the show out with an announcement. Today is my friend-iversary with Allie. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to have you, Allie.
I am so excited to be here.
I always talk about, my dad has this radio show and it's so much fun because once in a while I get to guest host. And so I'm just excited to have you here. And I want to talk about how we met a year ago because it's just amazing that, can you believe a whirlwind of a year?
I
Allie,
can't believe it's been a year.
Crazy. A
already.
year.
Yeah.
Like, pinch me.
I know.
So we met last year at the SMU end of year party.
We did. Love at first sight.
Love at first sight.
For you and I. Yeah, for us.
And so I think I was like half a glass of wine drunk walking over during this event. And
Half a glass. Like, that's sad.
I know. No, you know me and wine. And yeah, my alcohol tolerance is just not.
It's minimal.
Yeah, minimal. Exactly. And so, I didn't know anybody at this event because my boyfriend, Nick, goes to SMU. And I was just really excited because, he's my new boyfriend a year ago. And so I'm at this event and don't know a soul, but I see you standing there with your then boyfriend, Adam.
New boyfriend
At that time. And it just instantly, I don't know if it's that like single mom thing, but like we knew like
Magnets.
Yes. And I'm like, hi, I'm Sarah.
You were quite chatty that night.
Yeah, I was a little bit. And so it's funny because I just instantly, I'm asking you, and we're getting to know each other. And so go ahead and tell me and our listeners here about that night.
And me too. Don't you guys keep forgetting about me over here. Yeah, and you put someone behind glass and it's like I disappeared.
Well, it was Adam, who's my now husband. It was one of our first dates. And, I was there with him, didn't know anyone either. And then I saw you and you swooped in and we started chatting and had so much in common. We were both single moms.
Yeah, like you're a single mom, I'm a single mom. Like, let's be friends. And so instantly asking you so how did you meet your boyfriend and dating? And we're just kind of like gossipy, like, gosh, dating as a single mom, the struggle is real, like to find a good man and being a mom. And so your story with Adam goes like this.
Yeah. So it was a Friday night and I was at home by myself drinking too much wine in the bath, going through Tinder.
I like the story already.
I know it's super. Yeah, it's great. But flipping through, I used to call it playing cards on Tinder.
And Tinder, for those of you who don't know, for listeners, it's an online dating app and you're swipe right if you think the person...
seems kind of like a hot or not deal almost, because it doesn't give you any information about the person. You just decide if they're cute or not. And
it's so superficial, but it's such a blast.
Well, to be a single parent and new to dating world at that time, it was, I don't want to waste my time on just dates and just bars, and
I don't have time for that.
It's just not my scene, right? So I had met Nick on Tinder. Sorry, Nick, you're listening. Yes, we met on Tinder. And you actually get the opportunity to talk with someone and get to know them a little bit, maybe, and then decide if you are worth my while to go out on a date, which Nick, of course, was. But your story with Adam was incredible because y'all met, and then that night that you and I met, you had known each other for what, just a couple weeks?
So our first official date was November 1st of last year. So we matched on Tinder on the 31st and met on the 1st, and we've been together ever since.
Well, and I think we're fast forwarding a little bit. So after that end of year party and after I met you and, fast forward through, just a couple play dates with our 5, what were they, 4 back then? Oh gosh, they were 4, Caleb and Landon, 4-year-olds. And then all of a sudden you had an announcement for me.
Yeah, in January, we got engaged. Yeah.
Tell me about the engagement story because it still gives me chills.
Okay, so it was kind of crazy because Adam and I, we are pretty routine people. We go here on this day, there on that day. So I knew we had talked about kind of getting engaged and the ring and all of that.
Well, and talk about too, like when you met Adam, you just knew.
Oh, yeah.
Like your friendship with me. Like you just knew.
It's the same thing. Love at first sight, I'm telling you. Oh, yeah. Our first date was kind of funny. He says that I, won his heart because, he said something on our first date and I don't think that I liked it. And I said, he said, I knew whenever you said, I said, you're too smart to sound so dumb.
Yeah,
and
he
he
just really
looked at me
honest with each other. Like, cut out all the crap and just
we didn't have time
real.
for it. Did not have time for it. So, November 1st, our first date, and at the end of January, he proposed. But back to kind of being routine people, I knew that if he planned anything kind of extravagant, that I was going to know what was up. So one day he just walks into my work and, into the office and gets down on one knee. And, I was shaking and like, what? Why? This is happening here?
I had no
idea.
Yeah. And then later to find out how he got the ring just an hour before he proposed.
Yeah, it was FedExed overnight. And he got it at, like 9 o'clock in the morning. And by 11, I was engaged.
And the most beautiful ring, custom designed.
You.
I mean, look at that sparkle on your finger. And you're now married.
Yes, we are married 1 week ago on Thursday.
And I just love how your son was part of the ceremony. Talk about Landon.
Oh, it was
who's now 5. No, 6.
Gosh, yeah,
that's so
I know.
fast.
It's crazy. So he was actually the witness at our wedding. We kind of did like a Justice of the Peace wedding ceremony. But thanks to Sarah, everything was so perfect and exactly what we wanted. And had the flowers, the photographer, all of that. And
Landon signed his little name.
He did. It was the cutest thing ever. It was so cute.
Emotional and sweet. I just love that story.
Yeah.
I mean,
in our true fashion, though, we had pictured, going into the courtroom and, the judge doing it there and, these great pictures of, that actually happening. But instead, there was a trial before us. And so they came out and said, oh, look, they're deliberating too long and we're just going to bring you back to the judge's office. And rather than, being in the courtroom, we're in their office.
Just like that, just so spontaneous, just like your engagement, just spontaneous, like all right then. And just.
And Landon, was usually so emotional about us getting married, and it was a big deal to him. And, we thought he would be the one crying, but instead he's like sifting through papers on the judge's, desk. And we were like, what's going on? But it worked out and it was perfect for us. We had a great night and,
Well, I'm so excited. And tonight is, again, our friendiversary, and we'll be at that same SMU end-of-year party together and cheersing, toasting to your wedding. And you are now Mrs. Allie Plake.
I know. It sounds so weird. Signing my new name, getting used to that.
I get to see your husband for the first time.
Yeah.
Well, boyfriend, then fiance, and all in 1 year.
Title change. Title change. Yeah.
It's all happened.
And hopefully we are addressing our dress debacle. Finding the dress for tonight has been.
Yes. The struggle has been real with finding a dress because, my dad's been on vacation. So I had the privilege and honor of running the company while he's been gone with Real News PR. And I just did not have time to break away to find a beautiful dress. And I reassured Nick, yes, of course. I'm going to look hot.
Oh, yeah.
I had no idea what dress I'm going to wear.
Just making stuff up. No, you'll look great.
But thanks to you helped me find the dress. And,
thanks to Nordstrom's,
yes.
actually. So, the stylist at Nordstrom's.
Oh, my gosh. So it looks like we just have one more minute. I mean, time flies with you. And I'm so excited. We're going to go get our nails done for tonight.
Total girl day to celebrate our friendiversary.
Happy friendiversary, bestie.
Yes.
Yay. All right. So that's the end of our show. And welcome back to my dad next week. Don't go away for next week. Make sure you're here to hear the Jeff Crilley Show. And thank you so much for having me.